Hey riders, how many tickets do you think you've dodged throughout your riding career? By pure luck. Today we're unpacking 12 real motorcycle laws, some obscure, some misunderstood, a few delightfully ridiculous, that riders break without realizing. I'll explain what each law actually means on the road, why it exists, or why it doesn't make much sense, and the easy ways to stay on the right side of it. This isn't a scare video. It's a keep your money, keep your license, keep your sanity video. Let's ride. Tiny disclaimer. I'm not your lawyer. Laws vary by state and change over time. I'll use clear examples and practical guidance, but always double-check your local code before you quote me at a traffic stop. Cool? Cool. Number 1, the both ears covered headphone trap. Let's start with something almost too easy to break. In many states, think California and New York, it's illegal to operate a motorcycle with headphones or earbuds in both ears. One ear is usually fine, two is not. The idea is simple. You need to hear horns, sirens, and that old F-150 whose timing chain sounds like a rock tumbler. Earplugs designed to reduce wind roar are generally allowed as long as you can still hear emergency signals. The practical move? If you love your podcast, keep it to one earbud, or use purpose-built filtered earplugs that cut noise without isolating you from the world. Ride smarter, not deafer. Quick scenario. You pull up next to a patrol car at a light. Officer sees wire stems in both ears. That's an easy stop. One ear or filtered plugs with no obvious stems? Far less interesting to them. 2-minute fix. Set a pre-ride routine. Helmet, gloves, right ear only if you must. Roll. Up next, lane splitting versus lane filtering. Same idea? Not in the eyes of the law. Mess this one up and you'll become B-roll for a dashcam channel. Number 2. Lane splitting versus lane filtering. State-specific and evolving. This one trips up even seasoned riders. In California, lane splitting is legal when done safely. CHP recommends keeping your speed difference reasonable, avoiding blind spots, and not splitting near big rigs. There's no hard statewide MPH cap. Judgment matters. In Minnesota, brand new rules allow both splitting and filtering under set limits. Think traffic moving less than or equal to 25 miles per hour, and you staying within plus 15 miles per hour over surrounding traffic. Filtering at stoplights is permitted within those thresholds. In New York, different universe. Lane splitting is not allowed. 2 motorcycles may ride 2 abreast, but you don't share the lane with cars. Why the mismatch? Safety logic aims to reduce rear-end risk at lights without creating high delta weaving. Thresholds vary, so your job is to know your state. In California, keep the delta small and your head on a swivel. In Minnesota, respect the posted numbers. In New York, don't split. Period. Mini demo. Is it worth it? If traffic's at 15 miles per hour and you're at 25 to 28 miles per hour, your closing time to a sudden lane change shrinks to seconds. If you can't abort cleanly, you're too fast. Predictable is survivable. Number 3. Ape hangers and shoulder height. Custom bars look cool, right up until a tape measure appears. States cap bar height to keep controls within a safe ergonomic range. California prohibits grips at or above shoulder height when you're seated. There's no plus 6 inches allowance. New York requires grips at or below shoulder height. Why it matters. High leverage feels chill in a parking lot, but at 70 miles per hour in crosswinds, your ability to correct a wobble lives or dies with forearm angle and leverage. 2-step check. 1. Sit on the bike in normal posture. Have a friend place painter's tape across your shoulder line on a wall. 2. Are your grips below that line? You're good. If they're touching or above, fix now, before a roadside geometry lesson. Also confirm cable slack and full steering lock. Bars that look fine straight ahead can bind at full lock. Ask me how I know. Number 4. Passengers. Seat, pegs, and feet where they belong. Carrying a passenger isn't just hop on. Laws like California's require a secure passenger seat and passenger footrests, and the passenger must keep their feet on them while moving. If a child can't reach the pegs, they shouldn't be on the bike. Real-world reason. A sudden foot drop near the chain, spool, or pavement can turn a near miss into a hospital visit. Weight shifts amplify at lean. If the passenger panics and posts a foot, you fight physics and panic at once. Set the rules before roll-off. Hands to you or the grab rail. Eyes over your inside shoulder and turns. Lean with me. Feet stay planted. Add a tap twice equals pullover signal for comfort issues. Pro tip: lower the rear preload with a passenger. Good. Also add a click or two of rebound to slow pogoing. Comfort equals calm equals compliance. Number 5. Mirrors, the sneaky 200-foot view requirement. A lot of riders assume 2 mirrors, always. In California, the law is actually at least 1 mirror that provides a view to the rear for 200 feet. Many bikes run 2, and that's smart. But the legal point is function, not symmetry. After bar end conversions or tailbags, sit on the bike and check your real sightline. Micro demo. Park in a quiet lot at dusk. Place a friend 200 feet directly behind you. Can you clearly see their torso in your usable mirror area while in riding posture? If all you've got is your jacket sleeve and vibes, adjust or upgrade. Bar end tip. Angle slightly wider and slightly down so lane width changes pop. Round convex can be small yet highly informative. Just avoid sky mirrors. If you've ever fender deleted your bike and thought, this looks cleaner at night, the next law is why the officer didn't agree with your design choices. Number 6. Plate lighting after a tail tidy. That tidy tail really ties the bike together until darkness falls. Many states require your license plate to be illuminated by a white light and legible from roughly 50 feet at night. Pulling the stock fender often means you just deleted your plate light without noticing. Practical fix. Add a tiny white LED aimed at the plate, wired to your tail marker circuit. Use thread locker, check for wire chafe, and route it cleanly. 2-minute test. Park at night, step back 50 feet, and snap a photo. If your plate looks like a government witness in a crime doc, totally blacked out, you're not legal. If it reads like a Kindle screen, you're golden. Number 7. Plate covers, flippers, and creative mounting. Here's the bigger plate trap: obstruction. Most states require the tag to be securely fastened, upright, clearly visible, and legible, and ban devices intended to obscure visual or electronic recognition. Translation: smoked covers, reflective shields, privacy frames, and James Bond flippers are asking for a stop. Orientation note: some jurisdictions require plates to be mounted horizontally. Vertical side mounts can be borderline or outright illegal. Check your wording. Clean setup checklist. Flat solid mount. All characters unobstructed. No wraps or straps crossing letters. No angles that make it unreadable from directly behind. Plate light hits the whole field, not just the top left like a flashlight in a cave. Plates are not influencers. They do not need their good side. Number 8. Daytime headlights. Yes, sometimes required. Depending on your state, you may be required to run your headlight at all times, not just at night. Florida mandates it. New York training materials echo the same headlamp on whenever operating expectation for head and tail lights. Why it's smart anyway? Conspicuity wins. A steady low beam makes you vehicle-shaped at distance, which helps drivers estimate your approach. Old bike fix. If you've got a manual headlight switch, wire the lamp to ignition or add a bright label by the key. Lights on. Make it idiot-proof for future you on a sunny day. Do not do this. Blue or red front-facing lights. That's reserved for emergency vehicles and guaranteed drama. Save the RGB for the keyboard. Quick pop quiz. Lane filtering means moving between cars only when they're stopped. True or false? A compliant headlamp modulator must have a daylight sensor. True or false? A vertical side-mounted plate is always legal. True or false? Drop your answers in the comments and tell me your state. Bonus points if you know the exact rule where you ride. Number 9. Headlamp modulators. Legal, if they meet federal specs. Here's a fun mythbuster. A headlamp modulator, not a strobe, that varies intensity at a specific rate is legal under federal rules if it complies with FMVSS 108. Federal compliance means states can't ban compliant units. How to not get hassled. Buy a known compliant modulator, DOTFMVSS listed. Keep the documentation under your seat. Ensure the light sensor is exposed and oriented correctly. Use it for conspicuity, not to antagonize traffic. What it is not, it's not a blue-red flash, not a random strobe, and not a high-beam wigwag at night. If yours lacks a sensor or flashes at night, you're wrong, and you'll hear about it. Number 10. Dead red signals that don't detect motorcycles. You roll up to a lonely intersection at 2 a.m., the inductive loop won't sense you, and the light is stuck on eternal red. Some states fix this with a dead red rule. Missouri and South Carolina are two examples, letting you proceed with due care after a full stop if the signal is malfunctioning or failing to detect you. Important nuance. Some states require you to wait a specific time before proceeding. Others simply require a reasonable stop and caution. Know which one you live in. Technique first. Stop with your front wheel directly over the saw-cut loop. If there are two loops, center between them. If a car pulls up behind you, roll forward so their mass triggers it. Magnets stuck under your bike, mostly myth. Proceed only when it's fully safe, visibility is clear, and your state's rule is satisfied. Treat it like a blinking red, not a green you imagined. Number 11. Phone in hand. You're done. Handheld device bans apply to motorcyclists just like drivers. California requires hands-free usage. New York prohibits using a portable electronic device while moving. On two wheels, this isn't just about tickets. It's about survival. If your eyes are on the screen, they're not on that glistening oil patch in the next lane. Make it hands-free and brain-free. Use a sturdy mount and set your nav before you roll. If your gloves aren't touch-friendly, use voice control to confirm routes. If you need more than a tap, pull over. A 30-second shoulder stop beats a roadside lecture and a broken collarbone. Bonus: turn on large text turn prompts and audio directions. Tiny fonts plus helmet glare equals "Where am I?" at exactly the wrong time. Number 12. Both hands free to control. No carrying that ties one up. Finally, the common sense rule that still bites riders. Some states, like Florida, forbid operating a motorcycle while carrying anything that prevents you from keeping both hands on the handlebars. Coffee runs with a cup in your clutch hand? That's a nope. The spirit of the law. At any moment, you might need clutch, brake, or a rapid swerve. If your hand is busy, your luck will be too. Better ways to carry stuff. Tank bag with a quick release. Tail bag with bungees or a proper rack. Backpack with both straps and a sternum clip. Loose single strap bags swing and mess with counter steer. If it interferes with your grip or reach, it's not just illegal, it's dumb. Quick, how to check yours recap. Bars. Sit, shoulder line tape on the wall, grips below line. Mirrors, friend at approximately 200 feet, confirm clear torso view. Plate light, 50-foot nighttime photo, legible? Phone, mount plus voice control plus preset nav. Passenger, feet on pegs, rules set, preload, rebound tweaked. Lane share, California, safe and reasonable. Minnesota, less than or equal to 25 miles per hour traffic, less than or equal to plus 15 delta. New York, no splitting. The big takeaway isn't fear the ticket, it's control the variables. Most of these laws aim at the same goal you have. Be seen, stay predictable, and keep your options open when something dumb happens in front of you. If you felt a little called out today, that's good. Fix one thing per week. A mirror angle here, a plate light there, a new passenger briefing before the Sunday coffee ride. If you want a deeper dive state by state, say the word in the comments and tell me where you ride. I'll build a reference map for the most requested states, and if you've got a weird local law that caught you once, drop the story below so we can all learn from it. Ride legal, ride visible, ride ready. If this helped, hit like, subscribe, and share it with the friend who loves a tail tidy a little too much. And when you're done, check out my video, Traffic Mistakes That Can Kill Beginners. It pairs perfectly with this one. This is Motorcycle Vault. Ride smart, ride smooth, and keep on improving. See you in the next one.